I remember this one day, like coming home from school in Holland, and we were getting evicted, and that was like, very embarrassing. But yeah, I just came over it, and
How old were you at the time?
I think that was like moments before we left to Ghana. Like I was like 8 or something.
Hello tout le monde, hi everyone, c'est Chloé dans En Esprit. Alors pourquoi j'ai dit hi everyone, c'est parce qu'aujourd'hui nous allons faire une interview en anglais avec l'un des artistes emblématiques de la scène musicale urbaine hollandaise. Avec plus de 3 milliards de streams, il va se produire le 18 avril à l'ancienne Belgique. Et bien sûr avec une influence majeure sur l'afrobeat et le hip-hop. C'est aujourd'hui Frenna qui sera avec moi sur ce canapé les gars. Donc on va parler de son enfance, on va parler finalement de Francis qui est son vrai nom. On va un petit peu aller découvrir qui est l'humain derrière l'artiste Frenna. Vous savez, hein, En Esprit, c'est aussi le jeu de cartes qui est disponible en précommande sur nos réseaux sociaux. Donc encore un grand merci à lui et à toute son équipe. Et je vous laisse avec l'interview En Esprit avec Frenna.
Frenna and the gang. You are going live in Belgium the 18th of April at the Abbey. Is it your first time performing here?
Last summer,
A festival.
I was in Color. How can I forget that?
Couleur Café.
Yeah, Couleur Café. That was the best festival last year.
Yeah?
That was amazing. It really opened my eyes, like how lit Belgium is, compared to the Netherlands.
What can we expect for the people who are coming to the show?
We're gonna let the music speak, We're gonna let the music come to life. I feel like it's different than just listening to my music on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
You got different elements, like, the whole band. I got a whole crew with me, and it's just gonna be lit.
I do prefer the live sessions, to be honest, also. Yeah, mm-hmm. I love, of course, when you have all the mix, the masters and everything, and that you can listen it on Spotify. Mm-hmm. But like, I think a really good music is a music that you can listen live and you're like, wow, the emotion that you get from a band with the artist, I think it can, sometimes the song can be even better live
it is.
than you have
always,
it on Spotify.
It's always better because like songs are actually made for live, they are actually not made like for... That's the reason why I always like put a lot of live elements in my music. I just don't like to be in a studio with a producer and a computer. I gotta have someone who plays something live. The first time I worked with my band, to be honest, I didn't like it at first because because your first show with a band is not always that good. Mm-hmm. But meanwhile, as I was playing and touring, I was getting used to it and getting better. And it came to a certain point that I would prefer a band show than, going out with my DJ. So for my own shows, it's just me and the audience and the band, of course.
You grew up first in Holland.
Yeah.
Then you went back to Ghana.
Yeah.
And then you came back to Holland. I just want to understand, like, how did you feel going back and forth? Like, as a young age also, you were what, like 9 when you...
Yeah, 9. I was like, first I didn't like it to go there. But meanwhile, when I was there, I liked it because, I made friends, I had family there. We played. It was different. And then coming back, I could remember that, I was... sad and glad that I was coming back because I was leaving my new friends and coming back to my old friends or friends that are just lost. And I remember that it was very tough for me at the beginning just to socialize, like start everything new. So like the first year I didn't have that too many friends, It's just school and just going out, and my little brother. So, yeah, but it was a nice experience if I look back at it though, because I learned so much,
Did it help you as an adult today? Like, what are the stuff that you learned when you were like in those situations that helped you become the adult of today?
Africa's. They discipline you a lot, so you got to respect elders. So respect is a very big topic. So when I came back and I saw a few friends like even having a big mouth to their parents, it was like, oh, how dare you, you know? So yeah, it really disciplined me. And also the music, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The music, like, I feel like I got two continents living inside of me. I understand the Western world very much and the African world as well, because, you know, I also went to school there. And it really helped my music as well without me even knowing. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's become a part of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my questions for later, but yeah, maybe we can talk about it now. Like being poor in Africa and being poor in Holland how does it manifest in life?
I didn't know I was really poor until
That's great, actually.
Yeah, until we got like evicted and stuff. But yeah, in Ghana we had it a bit better because, you know,
You have family support?
Yeah, family support, and you know, if you exchange the currency, also you have a lot more there than here.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it didn't really bother me because I was just having fun, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my parents were in great stress though, but I was having fun.
Yeah, but you were out there having fun.
Yeah.
So you didn't really suffer from it? You just lived your life?
Like the suffering became normal to me, you know. Like I remember this one day, like coming home from school in Holland, and we were getting evicted, and that was like, yeah, very embarrassing. But yeah, I just came over it. And
how old were you at the time?
I think that was like moments before we left to Ghana. Like I was like 8 or something.
Wow, that's young.
Yeah.
And you had your little brother also.
Yeah.
How did you know about it back then? Like your mother told you, or you just got one day from school and just...
Yeah, just like one day just from school.
And no home anymore?
Yeah, my mama didn't even know that we were getting evicted. So
wow.
It was crazy.
And what did you, if I can ask, and you can tell me that I cannot, that's no problem. Where did you go?
My sisters. I have 3 sisters.
Okay.
And we just lived at one of my sisters' home for a while until my pops got a new house that he could rent. And yeah, that was it. Okay. I never went back to that neighborhood.
No? Even now?
Even now.
It's too painful? Or...
not really. I guess like the friends that I had there, yeah, it was a long time ago, so I'm not gonna see that. Sometimes I just drive through and just, yeah.
Do you get a feeling when you drive and you see how life is different?
Yeah, I feel very grateful, and I feel that part of my life really had to happen because it makes me the man that I am right now. So
you told that in your documentary at some point. You said because you talked about depression, light depression, and I think it's really important to talk about that because like for the people who just see the artist, they're just like, oh, that's great, they have a great life, they have money, and so they can't complain. You know what I mean? And you talked about it, and you were, am I depressed? Like, is it possible to be like that?
Yeah.
And I love the conclusion about what you said. You said to overcome depression, the light depression, is to feel gratitude.
Yeah, just be thankful.
Yeah.
For
I love
what
that
you have
what you
right
said.
Now. That's very, very important. I cannot like, that's just for light depression. I know that people...
Yeah, that's what you said, light. And I think it's important to say light because people
are also
have...
dealing with...
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like you got to be thankful because there are a lot of people that have it worse than you. And you have food on the plate and you have your family. Your parents are still alive, you know? So...
Yeah. And you had worse.
I had worse. You can grow out of it.
Yeah.
Just be thankful. Just count your blessings. I never really thought about that phrase, count your blessing. Count your blessing is a very important phrase that people need to learn.
Yeah.
People just say it, but you really need to like meditate on that. Count your blessings. There's a reason why that phrase exists.
Yeah, every day, just before a show, I think, or something, you were praying. And it was like, we're in good health. We woke up this morning good. Our families are good. What more can we ask for? right?
Yeah, exactly.
Back in you went back and forth all the time in Ghana. That's like you go a lot.
Yeah, I go a lot.
Because your mom lives there part time.
No,
or?
she. My mom is. She has this small business that she always wants to do. Cause, like, let me tell you something about my mom.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to work anymore, but she says, "Yo, I want to work. Like, that keeps me young
and alive.
And it keeps me fit. So I just see it as a hobby that she has. So she go back and forth
for the business that she has.
The small business that she has.
That's great. She's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, my mom was always an entrepreneur, and I feel like the hard work that the dedication that I got for my work, I work a lot and I work hard, and I think I got it from her.
Because you saw her like
my mom
going
was
back and
constantly working.
Yeah.
Also back in the days,
So you go to see her, I guess?
Yeah, she comes. She actually lives in Holland.
Oh, okay.
But she goes to Ghana a lot. Yeah, she has 2 houses, one in Holland, one in Ghana.
And the house you grew up in, still?
Yeah, she is still there.
Did you renovate or not yet?
Yeah, we are renovating it still.
No?
Yeah, we also are building a new one in Accra.
Is it not difficult for you to have what you have, but like I feel that when you have someone that's successful and has money, everybody calls you to ask to help.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Is that not a lot of pressure on your shoulder? Because close family, that of course your mom, your sister, brother and stuff, but I think it's like more of the...
Yeah.
Even the neighborhood, it feels like...
Yeah, I don't know actually exactly how I deal with it, but I deal with it.
Okay.
I just deal with it. Of course, I'm not helping everybody. I'm just helping who I can. And I feel like when you're blessed, the blessing is not really yours.
Yeah.
When you're blessed, the blessing is for everyone around you. So I'm good.
Why 7 Dreams?
7 Dreams. My label is 7. 7 record label. 7 has always been a part of my life. Like my first hit was, we got 1 million views in 7 days, and I just used the 7 a lot and everywhere, and I was like, yo, this is my first tour. I never done a tour before. Shame of me, like.
It's a big. Maybe it was better, at some point. Like you said, it's life.
It's a time for everything, and I felt like, yo, how am I gonna call my first tour? And I was like, okay, gotta be 7 Dreams, because I've dreamt about this.
Yeah.
I was really dreaming about selling out venues. 7
Dreams. Like if you had like 7 dreams to tell me now, what would they be?
7 dreams. World peace, I guess. Staying healthy, staying strong. Yeah, I can't. That's a hard question, actually. I need to really sit down about that.
That's great. If you need to sit down, that's a good answer for me. If you leave here with the question in your head, I think I did my job.
I will come back. I will come back to that.
When you have them?
Yeah.
You have 5 more left.
I have 5 more left.
5 more left. Mm-hmm. What was the first moment you remember when you knew you wanted to do music as a part of your life? Not even a job, because maybe at first, maybe you didn't know it was going to be a job, or did you?
I didn't know. I never knew. I think
now I don't know.
I think one time I saw this artist perform, and I don't know which artist exactly, but I was a fan of his, and I saw him perform, and I saw just a crowd singing his songs, and I was like, yo, I was practicing in front of the mirror.
Really?
And I was like, playbacking his songs, and I was like, yeah, that's something I want to do.
Manifestation.
Yeah, crazy.
And how does it feel to be in front of a crowd? What's the feeling?
Oh, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling knowing that, you just created something on your own in the studio, and you have thousands of people singing it, and you're messing with it, and they're messing with it. It just feels like a party, you know?
A huge one.
A huge party.
And how do you manage, you know, because you have a huge dose of adrenaline and stuff when you're on stage, love, a lot of love at some point. How do you manage those ups and downs and, you know?
I feel like, you know, you got to appreciate, you know, you doing what you're doing, but also remember that, you know, you're also a human being. So when you go home, you know, there's not a lot of dopamine, and you just got to control that. I know a lot of artists, you know, they strive for that high again, and it can be addictive, you know. And then you end up doing the wrong stuff, you know, just to catch that high or
not feel the pain that after comes.
Wanting the attention so bad again that you're doing wild stuff. That's the reason why artists do wild stuff on the internet, just for attention, you know. I just try to keep it cool.
How do you stay grounded in your daily life?
Grounded as in?
As in not becoming like that person that has the ego boost needed all the time, you know, attention. And how do you stay grounded? Like, okay, I'm a human being who has a superstar life and not the opposite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just by falling.
Okay.
Just by making mistakes.
Okay.
And just learning from them. Like, okay, I was telling you now about, you know, artists just wanting the attention and having a very big ego and stuff. You got to learn how to control it and learn when to show it and when not. When you're on stage, you got to give them.
That's what they want.
Yeah, that's what they want. But
true.
As soon as you off the stage, you can just be calm, you know? And I feel like I've fallen so much in life in the past that just life humbles you, you know? Yeah.
It keeps you grounded, actually. Like when you want to go up, like, you can come back.
Yeah. So you just got to keep it cool, you know?
Okay.
I learn from your lessons.
If you had to give an advice to someone about life, I'm not talking about music now.
Keep it cool, that's one thing.
Okay.
Keep it cool and just, it's one day at a time, you know? Rome is not built in one day, so and everything you want to do, just take your time doing it, and just don't think about like, oh, your blessings is coming tomorrow, or you gotta really stay grounded and work towards that, and be patient, you know.
Do you think it really takes time? Like, you know, like a lot of people with social media.
Yeah, for some people it doesn't. For some people, like,
just,
you know,
like
it just happened. But you never know what plans God had for you. So yeah, you just gotta wait your turn. And when you up.
What's your life mission, you think? What was the plan for you?
I don't really know, actually. I think, you know, this music thing is one. But yeah, I think I definitely can do more. Like, you know, but I'm just taking it one day at a time and just letting life navigate me, you know.
And if you could do more, like if you had more time maybe to do it, what would you do?
I think just helping people, you know, just, yeah, I think I would start like with helping people. I'm always helping people, so
yeah, but that's
might as well make it my job. But yeah, I think that.
You said that everything you do is for others, and that the thing that you do for yourself is actually getting the freedom of that. Yeah,
the joy out of that.
Yeah, the joy, and like, you feel free. Like I think you said that.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, I was with my producer, Spanker, yesterday in the studio, and we were just watching content that he made. And, you know, we got a lot of plex, like, you know, from our songs.
Yeah.
And he showed a clip of he giving a plaque to his younger producers, like people that he worked with.
Yeah.
And they had a collaboration. And I was like, and he was very excited to show me that video. Like, look what I did for these kids. And I was like, you know, I feel like giving is nicer than receiving. When you give, I feel like you have a better feeling than actually receiving sometimes.
Yourself.
Yeah. So with that being said, like, yeah.
I will give more.
We try.
Did you know that? Do you know what Francis means?
No.
You want to know? I looked it up.
What does it mean?
Free man.
Free man. Free, like free.
Like free.
Mm-hmm.
Francis means freedom.
Freedom, okay.
And so free men. Mm-hmm. And with everything you said in the documentary and the other interviews I looked and how you are.
It makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. And I was really shocked. And at the same point, I was like, yeah, of course. What else, you know?
What else? Yeah.
And so I thought it was nice if you didn't know to tell you that your name actually means free man.
Thank you.
Maybe we can try to take a card from now. I think it's a good moment.
Let me take one card.
You want to try?
I cannot read this.
You can try if you want. That's in French, but I will make one in English.
Okay.
What work do you admire the most that people do in life?
Yeah, I think being an artist. I feel like artists. Also, I feel like doctors a little bit, because
to save lives at some point.
Yeah, to save lives, but also I feel like the impact that artists have is crazy on people,
Yeah.
So
you cure people also, actually. In the spiritual path, doctors, it's more like physical. But artists can also heal you.
Yeah, they can help you through a breakup.
Yeah.
Through different stuff in life,
And it heals yourself. Does it help you at some point to heal yourself or stuff that happened in your life?
Yeah, just making music is therapy. Making music is therapy. So yeah, I can say it definitely helped me. It also helped me staying on the good side of life.
Yeah.
Music saved me a little bit.
Is it easy for you to talk about emotions?
Yeah, because you was talking earlier about the documentary you saw. I never do those kind of stuff. And I was like, let me make a change. Maybe I can help a lot of people. Maybe I can just, And I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's give them a sneak peek. And, eventually it went good. But I'm not really an open person. I don't do a lot of interviews.
Then thanks so much for being here.
You're welcome. So, yeah.
It's because you don't like it, or is it because you don't want? Are you a sensitive person that doesn't want to show that to other people, or is it different?
No. I'm just I don't want to give a lot of myself.
Okay.
I just want to let the music speak,
Is it because it's to give a lot of yourself, not the artist part, is because it can be a weapon to get hurt?
I don't even really think that.
No?
I don't really go that deep. I just don't want...
You just want to keep things private for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Kind of protection.
Yeah, a little bit. If it's time to show them, if people can get something out of it, okay, then we'll show them a little bit, Yeah, today.
Like today, let me
talk to my Brussels people,
Yeah, that's true. They need to know a little bit more about you. And if they don't speak Dutch, you will thank me, right?
For sure.
Okay, so let's take, I will just put them like this, so you can really choose. Second card.
This one is even harder than the first one.
You think? Because it has more words?
Yeah.
Sometimes the more the words are maybe sometimes easier to understand, you know? Oh, that's a good one, I guess. Where do you need to be when you really need to think? Where it can be a place, it can be where is home?
In home, Netherlands, just home.
Where you live?
Where I live, yeah.
What's your favorite place?
My bedroom.
Because I can sleep.
Yeah, because I can sleep.
You really?
Yeah, it's my favorite place. I even have a studio at my home, but that's not my favorite place. My favorite place, my bad.
Do you sleep a lot?
I'm a terrible sleeper, but these days I'm just working on sleeping good.
Is it because of the stress that you are under?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to be healthy for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know there are busy times coming ahead, so I need to like really,
take
work
everything
out.
you can.
Yeah,
take.
I'm just also going to the gym right now, eating healthy. I'm just trying to give them a whole good mixture. And
how's training helping you to be like, because you have all of course fit as physical, but like, does it help you to release like maybe stress or anger or happiness even? That's too much sometimes. Like, does it help you training?
I think I've never really thought about it, but I feel like it's a little bit therapy,
Okay.
Just
also
being in the gym, with your guys, just gym talking. So yeah, it helps.
Did you change your lifestyle during, like, from the beginning when you were an artist and now?
Yeah.
What's the change that you've made?
And what's the change?
Spiritually, physically. It can also be about God or whatever.
Yeah, spiritually, I think I've really grown spiritually. And it's crazy, but I don't really go out that much anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
You stay at home?
Yeah, or in the studio, just
Or
working.
in the studio working?
Yeah.
You have a daughter. And so you said that having the life that you had to go through, even when you were a child, like being poor, being sometimes in Ghana and stuff, you're thankful for that because it's important for you, for the adult you became.
Yeah.
Now you have a daughter. So what are the values that you want to pass on to her? First question. And second, it's helped you being in those situations. Thank God your daughter doesn't have to be in those situations. How are you going to help her having the values and everything that you learned from your childhood while she's having a totally other one?
Yeah, I'm just going to tell her the life story. I'm just going to give her the story as in how I learned it. I'll make sure that I'll pass everything through her. And
respect
the values,
of the elders.
Yeah, respect for your elders. You got to have respect. And I would just show her to be humble,
Did she go to Ghana with you already?
No, not really.
Not yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit too early.
Okay.
But I'm definitely going to take her to the motherland.
Yeah, so she feels everything that you felt.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point you will understand. Try. I see you want to try.
Yeah, the second word.
What's the second word?
This.
Okay.
What? How do you pronounce that?
Quoi?
Okay, c'est quoi? Pour?
Yeah.
Toi?
Yeah.
Un frère amitié?
Amitié.
Amitié.
Amitié. So
French is like a language that I really want to learn. I feel like French is it's sexy. It's nice.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, I love French.
We love French also. What do you think it means? C'est quoi?
I have no idea.
No clue?
No clue at all.
Okay. What's a real friendship for you, actually? What are the values of a real friendship?
I think the most important value is that it's not based on conditions. So friendship means without conditions, ups, downs, if I have money or not, if I can help you or not. I feel like friendships, it's not based on anything at all. It's just about the connection that we have as friends. And
to wrap it up, what's for you being in spirit?
And staying close to God, just praying.
Thank you so much.
And for you, what's
being in spirit?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Actually, I answered it a lot, but now I think it's a kind of different.
Why? Why is it kind of different?
Because my the way I am spiritually now is a bit different than before.
Okay.
I'm closer to God now.
Okay, that's nice.
Because I've been through darkest times, and I remembered that I was in the darkest time because I wasn't close to him. And it's when I took a step back, you know, when you are in your life and you think that everything you have is because of yourself. You're really self-centered. And not in a bad way, not about others and stuff, but like everything that I have is because of me. And so, like you said, stay humble.
Stay humble.
And when you think everything is because of you, everything that you don't have, you think it's because of you also.
I think the people are going to learn a lot today.
I hope so.
This was a very nice conversation.
Lean on God. You are running all day long, fast life.
Yeah, you can't do it on your own. You can't.
At some point, it's too much. You're a human. Just lean on him. Go search him. And if you call him, he will answer. And that's what I did.
Oh, that's so nice.
I want something really bad. It doesn't happen. I'm like, it wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you.
If it happens in another way, it was for me. But in this way, not that way.
Yeah, for sure.
And even having you today made me think, you know, because I saw the documentary and even this conversation. I think at some point, maybe it unlocked also other stuff, because In Spirit is also inspired by God. And so
for sure.
I just hope it helps people. Like it helps me. It's my therapy, you know? Music is your therapy. Talking to people. And artists, because I love the artistic industry, the creativity, helps me too.
Yeah, I think this conversation even helped me.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you the 18th of April in the Abbey. Donc les gars, allez prendre vos places pour Frenna. Vous avez pu découvrir un petit peu de sa personnalité, de la personne qu'il est. Donc on compte sur vous pour mettre l'ambiance, les gars. Voilà. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you the 18th. Cool. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Perfect.
Thank you. It was a very nice one.
Yeah, thank you. I really loved it also.
Merci à vous d'avoir regardé cette interview en esprit avec Frenna. J'espère que vous avez kiffé, que vous avez appris à le découvrir, que vous avez pris vos places également pour le 18 avril à l'ancienne Belgique. Un grand merci à Inès et à toute son équipe d'avoir mis ça en place. Moi, j'ai kiffé ce moment. J'espère que vous aussi, que vous vous êtes posé des questions, parce que nous, on est ressortis de là avec pas mal de questions finalement sur la vie. Et le jeu en esprit, comme je vous l'ai dit en début d'interview, toujours disponible en précommande. N'hésitez pas à nous dire aussi en commentaire quels artistes vous aimeriez que j'ai en interview ou en immersion, parce que vous savez qu'on fait aussi des immersions. Bref, moi, je vous dis à très bientôt. Je vous fais plein de bisous et encore merci à tous de me suivre.